Good evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsal. Let's have a look at the headlines. UNDP unveils the 2024 Asia-Pacific Human Development Report in Sri Lanka. Women parliamentarians make a stride towards eradicating gender-based violence. News in detail. Minister of Agriculture and Plantation Industries, Mahinda Amaraweera, announced ongoing initiatives to attract the youth community to agriculture. The minister emphasized proactive measures to modernize the sector and create a more appealing environment for the youth. The minister said this during a press conference held at the Presidential Media Center on Tuesday. Minister Amaraweera expressed appreciation for swift compensation within 2 months after crop damage achieved through the President and the Ministry of Finance. Reflecting on the recent budget debate, Minister Amaraweera highlighted the commendable state of affairs within the Ministry of Agriculture and Plantations. He clarified concerns about allegations, attributing them to historical issues and nothing significant strides in cooperative projects across all sectors. He also addressed concerns about fertilizer quality and weight, emphasizing farmers' faith in the government. He provided crucial insights into Sri Lanka's rice production, addressing the surplus and the necessity of rice imports due to market dynamics. Looking ahead to 2024, the minister outlined the government's agricultural priorities, focusing on key crops like maize, chilies and yams. Minister Amaraweera emphasized Sri Lanka's bird flu-free status, paving the way for expanding chicken exports. The press conference covered revitalization plans for rubber cultivation, quality improvement in tea production, and dedicated efforts for cinnamon and coffee cultivation. In a significant move towards addressing sexual and gender-based violence against women, a special workshop chaired by MP Dr. Sudarshini Fernando Pulle and Thalatha Attukorala was held in Colombo recently. The session delved into the multi-sectoral national action plan in eradicating sexual and gender-based violence against women. Members of Parliament stressed the crucial need for effective implementation to combat violence against women both at home and in the workplace. Dr. Netanjali Mapitigama from the Family Health Bureau highlighted that a significant number of Sri Lankan women face violence during pregnancy. Shockingly, the data revealed that more than 20,000 women have been victims of various forms of violence this year alone. The Ministry of Women, Child Affairs and Social Empowerment spearheaded the initiative, formulating a multi-sectoral national action plan involving 13 ministries and 18 sectors. UNDP Gender Advisory Shriyani Pereira and UNFPA Advisory Dr. Lakshman Senanayaka provided insights into the comprehensive plan. Attending parties, including the Secretary to the Ministry of Women, Yamuna Pereira, engaged in the workshop organized by the National Democratic Institute. UNDP and UNFPA representatives encouraged participants to contribute new ideas and suggestions to fortify the National Action Plan. The initiative aims not only to address existing challenges but to pave the way for a safer environment for women across Sri Lanka. The United Nations Development Programme has just launched the 2024 Asia-Pacific Human Development Report titled Making Our Future: New Directions for Human Development in Asia and the Pacific. The report addresses critical challenges amidst a complex landscape of growth, inequality and unforeseen hurdles. The unveiling ceremony was held in Colombo on the 12th of this month. Speaking at the event, Anuradha Dissanayake, Secretary to the Prime Minister, emphasized the importance of safety nets and social protection post-crisis. Resident Representative UNDP in Sri Lanka, Asusa Kubota, positioned the report as a guide to rethink development strategies in alignment with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Launched under the Colombo Development Dialogues, the report brings together government officials, experts, private sector representatives, civil society organizations and international partners. The objective is to assess present obstacles, exchange methodologies and cultivate a cooperative strategy for economic rejuvenation while addressing regional challenges. This follows the recent launch of the policy report, Understanding Multidimensional Vulnerabilities, Impact on People of Sri Lanka, unveiling Sri Lanka's Multidimensional Vulnerability Index. The MVI and regional HDR serve as an urgent call to action for policymakers, laying the groundwork for an inclusive, resilient and prosperous future. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Speaking at the event, the resident representative of UNDP Sri Lanka, Azusa Kubota, said that in order to expand human development in an era flooded with evolving risks, Sri Lanka must mainstream human development, recalibrate growth strategies, and make change happen.
Sri Lanka's first multidimensional vulnerability index, launched in September, indicates that 55.7% of Sri Lankans are multidimensionally vulnerable. Poverty levels have also more than doubled in 2022 from 2019, from 11.3% to 25%, according to the World Bank's estimates. Inequality, measured through Sri Lanka's Gini coefficient, also worsened during this period, indicating a widening gap between the rich and the poor. And many households, particularly those headed by women, really struggle to live due to heavy indebtedness. In fact, household debt is one of the key contributors to household-level multidimensional vulnerabilities. As the government of Sri Lanka is embarking on a myriad of complex and ambitious reform agendas to help restore the economy towards sustainable pathways and uplift those who are furthest left behind, it is our sincere hope that the relevant decision makers and actors across society will find the insights and recommendations of the report useful. In our exploration of pathways to advance human development in an era fraught with evolving risks, both globally and specifically for Sri Lanka, I invite you, all of you, to reflect on three guiding thoughts throughout this event: mainstreaming human development, recalibrating growth strategies, and making change happen.
In a bid to empower the youth and foster a brighter future, SOS Children's Villages Sri Lanka announced the relaunch of its transformative movement Youth Can in Colombo on the 7th of December. Youth Can aims to empower young people aged 14 and upwards, providing guidance, support and training to enhance employability and life skills. Key initiatives include employability and skill development, personal growth, mentoring and vocational training support with a special focus on those lacking parental care. As the program relaunches amid economic challenges, its commitment remains strong, addressing critical needs. These include providing timely skills, expanding the partner ecosystem and strengthening cross-sectoral collaboration networks. The relaunch aims to bring more partners on board, showcase evidence of impact and foster new connections. SOSCV SL seeks to engage organizations in nurturing young people's journeys towards employment and self-sufficiency.
For your information, exactly about 2 or 3 weeks ago, our vocational training center in Mondragala was awarded ISO 21001-18, which was one of the major achievements in Sri Lanka. Except VTA, only SOS vocational training has this ISO. Awarding not only ISO, they also has got the 4-star, not the hotel of 5-star, 4-star in VTA, so that the boys and girls coming out of the vocational training centers have NVQ level 3 and 4.
Speaking at the event, SOS brand ambassador Roshan Mahanama said that it is imperative to empower and enrich the youth of the country in order to have a brighter future. The former World Cup winning cricketer invited all to lend a supporting hand to the Youth Can initiative.
We will be building Sri Lanka's second center for children who have been sexually and physically abused. That's a curse. We saw the video. I appeared free of charge. I didn't want to charge because we need to spread this message across. Technically, we should have 9, one in each of the provinces. Sadly, we have only one, and that's also attached to the Faculty of Medicine in Ragama. I think the corporate sector is equally responsible for the state that our country is in right now, like the public sector. I think we need to try and walk the talk. We need to drive this message through the kids. And I told Divakar, through his 6 villages, they do have some preschools in some of those villages. Talk to the young parents and tell them about the importance of honesty, integrity, values, and that's something that we lack in the country. Please join me in being a part of the SOS family to support the Youth Can initiative. People spoke about the importance of the Youth Can project and give them all the support. Without your support, it will be very difficult for them to move forward. I personally believe that supporting youth can solve many problems in this country. In conclusion, I wish to leave behind a profound thought. Together, we can make a difference.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Clump Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today.
The All Share Price Index dropped 53.01 points to close at 10,783.81 and the S&P SL 20 dropped 18.12 points to close at 3,119.18. The turnover was 0.6 billion rupees and over 39 million shares were traded.
Up next are Forex trades. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook.